What's up, YouTube? I'm back with another video number 10, and it's about how you destroy your life in your 20s step by step. It's kind of a funny title, but it's very serious, and the talking points in this video can definitely lead you down a path of destruction early on in your life. So the first point I want to get into is a topic that I already talked about in previous videos, is gambling. Gambling in itself is bad, whoever you are, but especially when you're younger, where you're probably not making that much money and you're probably working like a McDonald's job or like a not fast food job, but like a restaurant job, like, you know, jobs that don't require that much skill or degree. So you're probably not making that much. So you then take the little bread that you're making and start putting that in whatever style of gambling, whether that's sports betting or table games or slots or whatever it may be. You're just digging yourself in a deeper hole, a crazy hole, and you're putting yourself in nefarious situations, especially early on, that you don't need to be in. Because I know some people that are addicted to sports betting at a young age, and they're asking their friends for loans and going into debt behind this stuff. And you really see that with like older men. You know, they have the house, they have all this, and they got like this crippling gambling addiction. Before a 20-year-old to be going through that same thing when they don't have a fraction of what the older guys have, it's just a terrible idea. Like, you're already behind. Why put yourself even behind by gambling when the house has the edge and you don't have the edge? Like, it makes no sense to me. You don't even have a foundation yet, and you want to gamble. It doesn't make sense to me. I can go all day and talk about this topic, but I do have another video about gambling solely. But I want to go into my next point: playing video games. Alright, I know that may get people riled up. I play video games. I have played video games. I'm a video game lover. But I find myself not playing video games like I used to, because I'm trying to work for like certain things in my life, and I realize playing a game is doing nothing but wasting my time. I'll probably hop on. If I do hop on, it's probably like a Sunday evening or Sunday morning, and then after I go do what I gotta do. But I just feel like if you're not making money at it, and if you're not trying to work to make money at it, it's kind of pointless once you hit an age. Because gone are the days of you hop on a game with your friends and y'all are gaming from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. It's just, I feel like if you want to be something in life, it's not a good idea. And I'm not even anti-gambling. I mean, anti-gaming. I love gaming. It's just, it sucks up so much of your time, and you just get so unproductive, and it's just a bad idea, especially when you got things to take care of. But my next point would be, once you get to college, for like my younger 20 guys, or like 18, 19, whatever, whenever you choose to go to college, because everybody doesn't go to college right after high school, but choosing a bad degree. If you go to school, I don't even want to say underwater basket weaving, because that shit is so cliche, but just say if you go to school for like an arts degree, realistically, you may love art, but you probably won't get a job after college. I'm not saying it's impossible, but usually people that get those art jobs, their family like art is already like rich, they're well connected in the industry, and they got the strings already pulled for them. But for like a normal Joe like me and you go to school for an art degree, and then go to one of the prestigious art degree schools where you're dropping $100K on your tuition. You're literally setting yourself up for failure. Once you graduate, you're going to be worse off than when you went to school. So please be mindful of the degree that you get, man, because you're gonna basically leave there with a wet ass. If I'm just being honest, I mean, you're gonna leave there with a degree that you can't use and debt that you can't pay back, and you're just gonna be in that crazy hole once you finish, and that's destroying your 20s, because you're gonna be stuck with that after your 20s, after your 30s, because you can't find a job. And then for the people that can find a job, which is going into my next point, for the people that can find a job and did a good degree, or like a STEM degree, or a degree that pays well, please do not fall into the consumerism trap, the lifestyle creep. I know you probably just got your first job, you're making 70 to 80K depending on where you at. You can get the nice car, you can get the nice apartment, you can get the finer things in life, but please do not fall for that trap early. If you haven't already, start contributing to your 401k. I know some jobs have grace periods, maybe like a 3 months or 4 months, or is a reservation period where you have to wait to sign up. Start contributing to your 401k. Open you a Roth IRA. Open your brokerage account if you don't have those accounts already. And once you start contributing to that and you have a little money left over, then you think about upgrading your lifestyle. Because I'm not opposed to upgrading your lifestyle. Everybody should enjoy their money and not be 99% frugal all the time. So you should definitely have those accounts in place before you even thinking about getting that new car, that new apartment, the new whatever that's technically increasing your lifestyle. I mean, I got a nice apartment once I graduated, but I had those accounts in place way before I even got to college. I have been on that journey for 4 to 5 years before I even finished. So by the time I finished school, it was damn near like I have been working a real job, my career, for like 3 or 4 years already. So please don't fall for the trap of the lifestyle creep, because you'll be making good money and you'll look up and be like, where is all my money going? And my next point kind of piggybacks off my previous point of, you get that good job, you're making a nice bit of money, you're good, you're comfortable, you don't have to do anything else. And that's a terrible way of thinking. If you want more, you're going to be stuck in that comfort zone. I think that would be the perfect opportunity for you to start taking risks, especially if you just graduated college, got a nice chunk of money, got a nice job, you're around that 23, 22 age range. Hopefully you don't have any kids. You can take that nice paycheck, open all your accounts that I just previously said, and then take a portion of that money to try to start a business or something that you love on the side, or whatever that you're trying to do outside of your job. Because I feel like we have a window of opportunity as men. 18, 17, you know, we're young, we're dumb, we're trying to figure out what we want to do. You get in that college range, you're grinding, regardless if you went to college or trade school or whatever, you in that 20 to maybe 19 to 21, you're like learning the way of life. You're probably like in some kind of school or like some kind of training program. And then once you hit that training, once you graduate out that training or college, you're kind of like in that early stage of adulthood. And then once you get that 1.5 to 2 years where you're set and you understand it and you comfortable in your new adult life, I think that's when you should start taking risks, especially if you get in a bag, because you don't have to take care of a kid, you don't have a family, you don't have people really depending on you yet. So you should try to at least maximize that time as best as you can to start something, rather than waiting another 4 or 5 years where you may be settling down. You now have like a fiance, y'all finna have a kid, y'all finna start a family, and you can't really take as much risk as you want to, because you now have people depending on you, their livelihood depend on you. So you You take this window of opportunity. Some people have longer windows of opportunity, but we just talking about the average life. Once you hit that 22 mark, all the way to about 26, just grind at whatever you like want to do in life, bro. Because this is the best window of opportunity for you. Don't get comfortable with that nice check that you just got from your job after you worked out. Yeah, spend a little bit. I'm not against spending, but this is the best opportunity in your life to start taking risk. And I'm currently in that stage now where, you know, I got a girlfriend, supportive lover, but I don't have any kids. I don't have anything of that nature, so I can take a risk. If I take a risk and fail, this is really just on me. I'm the only one really affected. So y'all guys think about that. Not to get too comfortable once y'all get y'all job. The next point on how to destroy your life is consuming too much social media, being invested in other people's lives like streamers and social media influencers and stuff like that. You're wasting your time, man. You're watching another man or another person live their dreams, and frankly, you'll be on social media for like 5-6 hours, and you look up and you're like, yeah, it's only felt like it's been like an hour and a half. It's a pretty common point and it's pretty self-explanatory, but you just waste so much time on social media when you can be doing something more productive. And I'm not like this productive guru that every part of your life should be all about production and efficiency, because I definitely need times where I'm just sitting down and relaxing and scrolling social media or watching TV or whatever like that. But I feel like this is only for people that's like trying to work at different things in life, but you should definitely try to keep it at a minimum, because you can take that time and use it for other things, maybe your own life. Maybe you want to start your own YouTube or whatever like that. I mean, I'm on social media right now technically, but I don't consume it as much. I try not to, because it's just poison on your brain. I can go all day about social media and the effects on his brain and all this other stuff, but I just think that you should keep it at a minimum so that you can be productive and use your time wisely. My other point is kind of similar to this, but it's definitely important, and one of the more important ideas in this video on how not to destroy your 20s is chasing women, man. Women will be the destruction of you. And I'm not even anti-women. I love women. I love black women. I love, you know, the opposite sex. But when you are in too deep and you're scrolling social media and you're trying to look for your next fuck, I don't even know if I can say that. I don't get that many views anyway, but fuck it. You looking for your next fuck, you scrolling on social media, you on the Explore page, you getting your shots up in the DMs and all that. You probably spending hours. I know people that spend hours on the dating apps, on Instagram, DMing, putting up shots all day just to go 2 for 50. That takes hours, bro. You're gonna spend more time trying to get women rather than focusing on your goals. And even if you're putting those shots up and you're actually scoring the bucket, it still takes time to text these women, to take them on dates, to do this, to do that. Don't forget you gotta pay for things. And if you're talking to multiple women, there's multiple dates, there's multiple things. Some people just pull up to the crib. But I'm just talking to the ones that, you know, a little bit more, you know, it's just wasted time, wasted money, and just wasted brain power. And you're not being productive in any kind of way, because none of that shit gonna last. So you should most definitely focus on what you have to do in your life. I'm not saying don't fuck with the hoes, but what I'm saying is you need to keep that at a minimum. because you're gonna look up and that's gonna be like the only thing. That's gonna be your only mission in life, to get hoes. And you have no money, you have nothing going on for yourself. You have literally zero. So, man, keep that at a minimum and just try to, you know, focus on your goals, focus on your business. You don't even have to be a business. It's whatever. You may be in one of the early stages where you're just trying to go to school or something like that. Just keep it at a minimum and, you know, focus on what you got going. They'll come eventually. They gonna come. If you are alright, nigga, they gonna come. So you don't even gotta worry about it. Don't even push the issue. My next point, one of my final points, is not working out. I'm gonna put this all in one category because I'm running out of time, but I want to put working out, like smoking, vaping, like all the vices and stuff. Working out is just healthy in general. You should be doing it regardless, especially like if you're a bigger guy or just live like an unhealthy lifestyle. You should definitely at least attempt to work out. And not only is it healthy for you and gives you longevity and just keeps you healthy in general, it creates discipline in your life. For me personally, I don't think I'm the smartest, I don't think I'm the strongest, I don't think I'm whatever, but I do believe that I'm very disciplined, and that's what kind of gets me ahead of the curve for sure, because it's just something maybe I'm going to do it over and over and over consistently until I get into I'm better than the average person. So that instills discipline into your life, which is a skill in my opinion, because everybody can't do it, and it's just overall improving your life. And the gambling, I'm not the gambling, and the smoking and the vices, you just shouldn't do that in any way. I mean, you want to be healthy young adults, we want to live until we 40, no, I'm sorry, we want to live until we're like 80, 90 years old, so you just need to cut those out now, because there's nothing but build bad habits. And we're not about bad habits, we're all about positivity and improving our lives so we can leave something for the people behind us. But I want to wrap this video up. I actually enjoyed this video a lot on how not to destroy your life in 20s and what you should do with your life in your 20s. But I'm gonna wrap this one up. I appreciate you guys for tuning in to my shorts and my TikTok. It's doing pretty good. And then I'll get back with you guys Wednesday. Peace.